Our company is called Graphic Inc. We're here today to talk about our Remark products group. Well, especially we're talking about our Remark Test Grading Cloud solution. Our product has been helping educators streamline their test grading since 1991 with our release of Remark Office OMR. Since then, we've now developed our Remark Test Grading Cloud solution, which allows educators to create their own test answer sheets, print them out on regular paper, scan them in using any imaging device, upload them to the cloud for grading, and then we have a variety of grade reports that shows student, test, and class performance. Within our results, teachers can dive in and see exactly which areas students are underperforming in so they can spend time in the areas that are needed most. You can also export your grade information to your LMS or gradebooks. Being that it's cloud-based, we're not dependent on any operating systems. As long as you have a current internet browser, you're able to use the software. You log in, easy school-wide deployments, there's nothing to install, nothing to maintain. Everything is handled on the back end of the cloud.
I started using the Remark Test Grading System when I was looking for a way to get away from Scantrons or doing something better than a typical Scantron. It seemed to be, it was time consuming, running them through, and then you would just get a grade. And I wanted more from that. And with the test grading that we had, we needed reports from that, so I looked for a program that would help with that. And that's where I ran into Remark Test Grading. Basically what it did is it gives me more feedback. So instead of just using it for testing, I can use it for other things to see what they know. And then from that I can use those reports, send them out to parents, you can download the files so that they can see that information as well. And from that we can kind of come up with plans for the individual students. We can determine, okay, well they're good on this aspect but not here, so let's start working on this. So again, it's all about that feedback and all about helping the students, to get better. The one thing that you see a lot is, you'll get a new product in and it takes time. It takes time to learn it. We got to go through different things. This, click in, go. It wasn't hard at all. As you start working with the program, start creating your questions, make your test, make your sheet for it, and go. It was seamless whenever I was throwing anything into the scanner, even if a paper was messed up a little bit. Put it through, scans it through, sends it to me. And it still comes through fine. There was really never an issue when I was using the program. So for teachers that are out there that are going to use it, don't worry about it, because they're in the background helping us out if there ever is an issue.
We're going to do a quick little demo of Remark Test Grading Cloud. So once the teacher logs in, you're able to see all your classes for that teacher. So here you can see I have 3 classes. I have a business, math, and science class. You can see how many students are in each class, how many tests are that we've created for each class. So I'm going to go into business class here, and you can see here that we have 1 test at 11 questions. They've been graded, and you can see the class average. So I'm just going to view that test. You can see here that we had an answer key submitted already, so everything is graded. You can see the percent score and the raw score. You can also see any exceptions. So if there's any blank responses when you expect a response, or multiple when you're expecting a single response, you can actually review these right on screen. So you can see here that the image, this is the actual test form image itself, so I can verify and see it right on screen. I can see that the student left this blank, so I'm going to leave that one as is. If there was other exceptions, I could skip right to them. If I go back to the test, we can jump in and dive into the results. If I go down to reports, I can select which reports I want to view. We have a variety of reports that show student, test, and class performance. If I select a couple reports here, and I can email these to myself, or I can run them. They'll be generated in a PDF viewer here, so I can easily print these or export them. So now you can see our reports have been created, and I can scroll through the different reports here. See our student response report, shows each of the students, all of your questions, if they got it correct or incorrect, what their grade, their percent, and their total score. The next report is our student test report, and it's an overlay report. The first one's the answer key, but then I can see each individual student, and you can see the bubbles coded green for correct, red for incorrect, and the correct answers are here. The next report is our condensed item analysis report. So here you can see a question by question breakdown of your test. It'll show the correct response in green, incorrect in red. If there's any yellow, that shows you a distractor. So you can see here that more students selected C and A than the correct answer, which was D. So that might be a question where you want to look at it and say, maybe the question wasn't worded correctly, maybe it was something we did not go over that well, so this would be either something to revisit or maybe you want to make it extra credit. You can adjust that and rerun the reports as well. And the last piece here is if I go down, I can export the data. So I can export the scores to my learning management system or my gradebook. You can learn more about Remark by going to our website, remarksoftware.com. We have some demo versions of our products and trials that you can request. We can also do a webinar if you want to see in action. You can reach us at remarksoftware.com.